Welcome to Amy Learns to Cook. On the show today, we're going to make an apple tart. This recipe is so easy to make and it's very inexpensive and it will wow your guests this holiday season. So join me as we make an apple tart. So this recipe is about as easy as it gets. If you want something that's quick, inexpensive, and you can take to a party and you will be a rock star, this is it. Because we're going to use puff pastry. So we're going to take a little all-purpose flour, put it on our bench here. And what we're using pretty much is puff pastry. It comes in your grocer's freezer. You want to thaw it out. And mine comes with 2 sheets, so we're just going to be using 1 sheet. And puff pastry is great because it's done in basically layers. So you can make puff pastry yourself, but it's very, very labor intensive. You have to spread it out, put the butter on, fold it, roll it, fold it, put it in the refrigerator many, many times. And it's delicious because you have all 100% butter, but it's also very, very labor intensive. So this puff pastry makes the job really easy. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to turn my board like this, and you're going to get your puff pastry. It's going to look like this. And we're going to go ahead and just do a little roll on it. You don't want to do a lot because you don't want it to be thin. One thing about puff pastry is, it's not going to look all that nice on the board, but when it goes in that oven, it puffs up and you will be just amazed at how beautiful it is. So what I have here is a ruler, and I use this ruler for baking. I actually put it in the dishwasher. It's just a basic plastic ruler. And what I'm going to do first is I want to get a straight edge on this side because it looks like I'm a little off here. And we could do the same thing on this side. Now we want to mark it 1 inch in all the way around. So if you put your ruler on here, and we want it 1 inch over this way and 1 inch in. So this is pretty much our 1 inch mark. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna mark it there, and we're just gonna score it. You don't want to cut it all the way through. You just want to score it here. And the reason you do that is because the puff pastry, we're going to put our apples in here, and the puff pastry is going to really puff on the edge. So we score it so we know where we're going to put our apples. And it's going to allow for puffing over here. So our puff pastry is scored, and we're just going to go ahead and we're going to put it, this is a parchment lined baking sheet. We're just going to go put it there, and now we're going to prep our apples. So I have 2 Granny Smith apples here, and we're going to go ahead and we're just going to cut these like this into quarters. This recipe is so easy, and you will be surprised how fast it comes together. So we're just going to cut the cores out of the apples. And then what we want to do is we just want to slice, I'm going to cut these in half. We want to slice these relatively thin. We just want to get them pretty even because we're going to be layering them on our tart. And you don't want ones that are real big and then next to ones that are real small. So we have our apples here, and I just have like 1.5 tablespoons of sugar. This isn't an overly sweet dish. I also have 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. If you want it sweeter, by all means, add more sugar. But I'm just having it lightly sweetened. So I'm gonna go ahead and stir this in. Okay, so here's our tart. So we have our original 3 sections. What we're gonna do is we're just going to layer our apples right along here in each of these 3 sections. It helps if your apples are pretty much the same size. This is kind of a big one. And we're just going to layer them this way, in rows all the way down. You might have more apples than you need, but that's okay. You just have to eat the extra ones, right? And we're gonna brush the edges with a little egg wash. This is just 1 egg with a little bit of water in there to thin it out. The egg wash just kind of helps with browning. And then I have a couple tablespoons of butter here, and I just put them in little like cubes. And we're just gonna put it on here. Yum. You know, just to give it a little buttery flavor. Are you all right with that, Eric?
Oh, yeah.
So we're going to bake this at 400. It's going to take about 25 minutes, 20 to 25 minutes, but we're going to start checking it at 15. What's going to happen is this is just going to puff up. You want it to be golden brown. These apples are going to soften, and it's going to be fabulous. So we'll be back as soon as it's done. So our tart is out of the oven, and it looks absolutely fabulous. So what we're going to do is we're going to put a little heated apricot jam on here. And the reason you do that is it's going to give it a nice shine. You can use peach jam if you want to. I just use apricot because Eric loves apricot jam. And we're just going to spread it all around the edges. We're going to spread it on the apples. Wow. It looks delicious. That's really what makes it look absolutely fantastic, is this giving it a little bit of a gloss. Wow, look at that. Isn't that beautiful? I mean, look at how easy this is. If you go into a holiday party or something, you can take this and you're going to look like a rock star. So let's cut it and we'll dig in. Now it's time to cut it. So I'm just using a pizza cutter. And I'm just going to cut right along where the apples are. Makes a perfect guide for cutting it. This tart is beautiful. It is absolutely stunning. You want a little piece, Eric, or a big piece? Okay, you get a little piece.
That's not what I said.
I guess I'm cutting this into 9 pieces. Okay, so let's get us a piece and we'll try it out. Wow, it looks beautiful. It looks delicious. You can't go wrong with this. It is the perfect right amount of sweet to cinnamony to flaky. I didn't peel the apples, so you sort of get the edge of the apple in there. That is fantastic. That is absolutely fantastic. If you have a holiday party to go to, if you're doing a brunch, this is so easy, and you will look like a rock star. This recipe you will absolutely love. If you like this video, please subscribe below and leave me a comment and a like. and visit my website at amylearnstocook.com. I'm also on Pinterest and Twitter at Amy Learns to Cook.